Okay, we should be live now. Hello everybody. I don't know if anybody's here yet, but I'm gonna just start drawing. I I forgot I drew this in this document. Hey, I'm walking sideways here. It's something. Yeah, so today we're gonna be drawing some cards. What else did I draw here? I think I did some warm-ups. Oh yeah. So today we'll be just chilling out, drawing some cards, listening to some music, just, you know, doing cool stuff. As usual. Yeah. I'm not sure which card to do today. Oh yeah, I am doing cards today, so I am gonna be drawing cards today. I'm trying to figure out the thumbnails for them first. So this one I had an idea of like a guy who is like, mind was kind of like this breeding ground for creativity, and like, you know, like a skull and then like a tree roots coming out of it and it's all gnarly and shit. And I was thinking like something like that, you know, like, yeah. And then like maybe it's like it's coming out of like his eyes and stuff. I don't know, I'm just making it up as I go along. But yeah, I was just like trying to figure out a few different cool looking compositions to start with. And hello Nardkill, hello, welcome to the stream. Yeah, I'm trying to make streaming more of a regular thing, and I thought I might do that by, you know, doing a stream twice in a row, because why not? So yeah, I am gonna be doing this today, and then I might be doing, I think we'll be doing 2 cards, that's the goal. I don't know if we'll be able to do it because that's quite a high and lofty goal. But we'll see what happens. So I'm just in Krita at the moment. I still use Photoshop for a lot of my painting stuff, but Krita is what I go to nowadays for like sketching out ideas and thumbnails and stuff like that. Or paper works as well. So yeah, right now I'm just kind of like letting my hand go free and just like doing a few warm-up kind of drawings, I guess. Saw some rats here, and yeah, just gonna have a fun time figuring out what I'm gonna be doing today. I do have some keywords, so it's gonna be, let's see here, a plague, decay, or rats. That's the first one. The second one is dreams, which is what I'm doing right now. I like the idea of like dreams being tree stuff and the fruits are dreams. And the last one is mob, or lots of faces or bodies. Like a lot of faces screaming in agony. I think that would be fun as well. I kind of like the mob idea. I like the mob idea quite a bit. Is this card game art? Oh, this is gonna be art for like a card deck that I'm doing, which is kind of like, it's just a art card deck with like cards that hopefully inspire your imagination. So all of them are going to be centered around a base idea of sorts. So you might get cards like Corpulence, or you might get cards like let me try to find an example of one. You might get something very strange like this. Open as a new document. So I've drawn some stuff like this for it. I've drawn stuff in very different styles, and that's what you're gonna get when you get the card pack. It's just gonna be a lot of different styles, all drawn by me, but yeah. I also have this thing, and it's supposed to like inspire the imagination and be used as an oracle of sorts. But also, one of the primary functions of it is to act as an art card deck. Just to be pretty to look at, so I need to make sure that they look good, like this. So, I was thinking like lots of bodies one is quite interesting to me. I'm not sure how I'd go about that. If I were doing that one, I will probably only do 1 card today, because that one seems pretty hard to do. Like it will take a lot of time to, you know, do a lot of bodies and hits and stuff. So I think I might do that actually. That one seems fun to do. I kind of like the idea of that. But yeah, let's just doodle and see where you go. I was thinking like maybe, let me save this. More sketches, the best file name ever. There you go. Okay, so I was thinking like just a bunch of hits, right? Just like all screaming in agony. And they're all like kind of intermixed. They're kind of like fused with each other. Like a mob. I like the idea of a mob, right? Like this can depict either a mob or a conflict of emotions or something like that. I already have a image of like two faces fused together, but those are more like duality, right? Because one of them is very large and corpulent, and the other one is like very thin and weak. And I kind of like that idea as well. But I like the idea of just like, you know, a lot of bodies, a lot of hits, or a lot of like I was thinking like maybe, yeah, like a lot of bodies, like a mob of some kind. Um, not sure actually. That's why I'm just doodling around for now. Just trying to figure out like what I want to do for this card. Maybe I was like I like the idea of them like being in different, like they're all lying down, and some of them are upside down, some of them are, you know, regularly like some of them are maybe, let me try to rotate that. Maybe some of them are like, you know, like that. Some of them are like this, and some of them, you know, like just different angles, and like something like that. Oh, that might be cool. And like just a pile of bodies essentially. I was thinking a pile of bodies would be cool. And like all of them are kind of grotesque and strange in some way, you know, like a whole pile of bodies. And maybe there's one here that's just a skull. But I like that idea, like maybe we could keep going with that. And then like we can have them have elongated kind of like anatomy or something. We probably want it to be fairly fairly dense, so maybe what can I put here? Yeah, like maybe like there's another body like here, and then like it's kind of like there's the back of it. Oh man, this is gonna my anatomy is gonna be pushed pretty hard by this one. I'm gonna have to draw back muscles and stuff, but yeah, I'm thinking like something like that. And just like a whole mess of bodies. So I'm thinking this one won't be as much of an ink drawing. This one is probably gonna be more of like a painting. So I might actually move to Photoshop after I get the initial idea down for this. Maybe not, we'll see. But I was thinking, yeah, I was just thinking maybe this guy could be looking downwards. I guess where's the light source on this? The light source, I think the easiest will be from the top, right? So like something like that, like that, like that, and then like that, and like this is gonna be hell to do as a composition, I think. Like it seems really tough, but I kind of like that. I like a challenge. So I think, yeah, like fitting it like that will be good. Yeah, like that, and then like having the light hit from up. That's a strange way to light it. Like, I guess it will be like that, and then like that, and then I guess this part will be in shadow. I don't know. But I kind of like this idea, like just a bunch of bodies, and they're all in a pile, and then there's this one guy just screaming his head off. Yeah, okay, I kind of like that a lot. I mean, I don't know if you can tell what's going on here. It's like, it's a bit hard to tell, but it's like, there's like a body there. There's like, this guy's got a hit up here. And we got more bodies down here. They're all bald, and they're all, just regular guys, I guess. All in some kind of... I guess I should put some females in there as well, but I don't know if nudity is okay on YouTube streams. Probably not. I'll do it after the fact, I guess. So maybe like that. Or maybe I could, yeah, I could do some females, but like kind of hide it a little bit, like that. Sure, be a bit sneaky about it. Why not? And then like maybe have the hair kind of flowing down here, like. And then like something like that. That looks good. I think that looks good. Yeah, I like that. So then some hands there. This seems like really complex in terms of like the composition compared to most of my card art. But I like it. I like it a lot. I think this can work. Maybe a hand here. Or a leg. A leg. Let's do a leg. So let's do a knee there. I don't really know how knees work, so something like that. Yeah, piles of flesh. On the flesh. Yeah. A great mothership supplement. Great mothership supplement. I love it. But yeah, I was thinking maybe, maybe no heads there. Maybe we'll do like some kind of arm there, maybe maybe gripping onto the head. Yeah, that would be fun. Like they're kind of doing that, right? Like kind of reaching over, like trying to grab onto this head for some reason, like that, right? I think that'll be interesting. I think that's an interesting way to go about things, and this will probably like stretch the limits of my anatomy to its breaking points, probably. But that's fine. Maybe I'll like change it up a bit. Maybe this guy will have a mustache and he'll have a beard as well. And yeah, I'll like give him a little bit of hair on his arms. And like this guy will just be skeletal, and that's gonna be a lady. And this guy's just gonna be bald, and yeah, that looks good. Good. Quote unquote, good. I think I just gotta figure out where I'm gonna put all the dark spaces, which is like, I guess here. I guess there should be more towards the center, because that's where the composition is, but... Yeah, like I said, I think this one is going to be a bit too complex to do as an ink drawing, but I am going to do a bit of detail work first. Shouldn't take too long, and then we will probably switch over afterwards to Photoshop to do the painting side of things, because I'm still not 100% used to Krita's way of painting. I really enjoy their inking stuff, as you will see soon, but their painting is good. I'm just not used to it, I guess. Okay, this is a hit, kind of like looking from above. It's kind of interesting to me. I feel like that's good. I feel like this is good. I feel like this is, yeah, maybe like empty space there, empty space there. And this guy is also grabbing for him for some reason. Like, all of them are kind of grabbing for him, right? Like, for some weird reason. I think that'll work. So, a bit more... Yeah, sure, just fill that in. And then fill that in, I guess. What else can I fill in? Here, I guess. Here too? And I guess around here is fine. Yeah, here as well, like up there. That looks crazy and good, and I like it. So we're gonna work with this. So I'm gonna save that. I'm gonna save that. I'm gonna copy this. I'm gonna go into a new document here. And I'm gonna open up my card template. Where the hell is it? It's somewhere. I'll just maybe use the one that I already have. Where is it? Yeah, I'll just use this. Oh, I like the idea of like, because this was for like the plague rat, but I was thinking of like maybe using this as kind of the idea of the plague. Nah, I think it can be separate. I'm just gonna move this in, kind of get it around the correct size. Doesn't need to be perfect, just around the correct size. There you go. Get rid of the underlying layer there. And that's our base. I'm gonna save it as something else. This card 19, and it's gonna be mob. There you go. Okay, so now that we have this, I'm just gonna duplicate it. And I'm gonna start literally just erasing and then drawing. So what I like to do for my this kind of thing, when I have like a very kind of simple sketch like that, is I like to erase and draw as I go. I don't like to have another layer on top and then adjust the opacity. And the reason I don't like that is because I can't see everything at a glance without converting it back to its initial opacity, if that makes sense. Otherwise it's just gonna be like kinda a bit odd. So I'm just gonna erase and I'm just gonna detail as I go. And that's just something I found works for if you're doing this kind of illustration with a lot of moving parts. It's better to get a general idea. Like, this won't be the final painting, obviously. This is just a general idea of where all of the pieces are. And I'm just doing it by erasing and then kind of like just drawing in. I might switch to a different brush for this. I think I will actually. I'm gonna switch to my favorite brush in Krita, which is the Chrome Thin brush. This one is a bit modified, but I like this a lot for inking. Yeah, I can't say enough good things about this particular brush. It's incredibly useful and can give you very interesting textures and stuff like that. So if you're using Krita, I would highly recommend checking out the Chrome Thin brush. It's under the digital section of the brushes. Yeah, we're just gonna do that. Sure. And I'm just gonna keep detailing this out to the point that I feel like it's ready to go in as a painting. Because I do want to make this into a painting. I just feel like this will work better as one. Just because of all the messy values, I feel like it will be easier to kind of point out stuff in a painting where I have more control over the values than in an ink drawing where I only have black, white, and red, essentially. In painting, I have access to all the not all the hues. I have access to one hue, but I have access to all the value ranges, which is important. So I'm just gonna go at this quick. Might switch to a different eraser for this actually. It's kind of a bit annoying. I might even... Actually, for this particular piece, I usually use Krita to like figure out... Ooh! Okay, thank you Windows Defender Summary for letting me know that my computer does not have viruses. Thanks. Sorry if you heard that. But yeah, like, I think for this one I might actually just go to painting straight up because I think there's too much going on. I might do a bit of like just a bit more scaffolding, but I think I'm gonna move pretty quickly to the painting stage. Yeah, I wasn't sure whether I was gonna use Krita or Photoshop today. I mostly use Krita nowadays, but for painting stuff, still not used to it. And for this kind of stuff where I want to go a bit quicker, I'm gonna have to use Photoshop. As much as I do not like Photoshop all that much. I'm just used to it. I've been using it for a decade by now. So I'm just used to it, you know? And I'm just trying to get used to Krita in my own spare time. Yeah. Let's see here. Okay. I'm just gonna try to go through this as quick as I can, like I said, and then just jump over like immediately to Photoshop. How much left do I have to go? Okay, I'm just gonna maybe do the gestural elements here and here. This one, yeah, I think I'm gonna maybe put a head there. It's like utter pandemonium in this particular drawing. I feel like I'm actually thinking I might spend a bit more time on the scaffolding, because now I'm looking at it, I'm actually like seeing, hey, it's actually coming together quite a bit. So I'm not completely sure how much time I'm gonna spend on this, but I do think I want to get at least the value ranges approximately down. So I'm gonna do an eye there. Yo, Caustic, what's up? How you doing, my friend? I'm doing a very chaotic kind of like drawing today that I'm going to turn into a painting. So I'm just trying to get the approximate value ranges and stuff in before I switch over to Photoshop. So I've been using Krita for most of my stuff lately, for most of my inking stuff. But for like detailed painting works, which I think I want to do for this one, I want to try it out at least. Yeah, I'm just not used to it. I'm trying to get used to it in my spare time, like I was telling Chad earlier. But right now, not used to it. So I'm gonna use Photoshop once I do the scaffolding for the value ranges here. Looks cool, heading off the cycle to work, so I'll catch you later. No problem, Secondary Electron. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. I think, let's see here. Okay, I think like the road is kind of like getting pulled in that direction there, so I'm gonna do that. Do that. Yeah, this brush is really good for just really quick gestural lines like this. This, I said it earlier, but this is the Chrome Thin brush in Krita. Very nice brush for gestural studies and stuff like that. Highly recommend it. It's probably my favorite Krita brush. Grab that section there, just do that. Okay, I think this part here is gonna be in shadow, just cause it's being lit from above, which is below right now. Since I rotated the canvas 180 degrees. But I think like this part here as well, if it's rounded off, it's gonna be in shadow as well. This is kind of tough to say, like maybe this part is in shadow and then maybe this part is. Like that, yeah, it looks alright. It looks somewhat correct. I can always fix it later. Alright, I think I'm just gonna do that. And maybe, yeah, maybe there's another body lying on top here, like something like that. Not a pound of flesh. Okay, let's see what we got. What do we got? I think that's looking pretty swell, at least for the base of it. So this part here, I kind of wanted to grid it. I'm not sure what body part this is, but it's all just flesh, right? It's all just a lump of flesh. So I'm just gonna try to, yeah, I'm gonna try to do that. And maybe here. No, like I know I wanted like a hand reaching out here, so yeah, like that, right? And then elbow here. And then after pandemonium. So probably gonna do a hand there, some knuckles here as well. Just trying to go as quick as I can, and yeah, that doesn't look like a hand, but that's okay. Actually I'll make it look a bit more like a hand. Like this is still a sketch phase, but I think it's important that I know what that is when I'm moving forwards. Let's see, what else do we got? We got this body over here that's trying to reach over, so we can erase that section here. And try to do something like that. I need to look up back muscles later on. Unfortunately, they're incredibly hard to paint in my experience. So I have to do that. Okay. Get that down. Shoulder muscle. Don't forget the shoulder muscle. Alright. Elbow. Yep. There you go. Okay. Almost done with the scaffolding here. Then we can just switch over real quick. And we can start painting, because I've actually been in the mood for painting today rather than inking, funny enough. Usually it's the opposite, but today I feel like, you know what? Today I feel like I want to paint some stuff. I posted up a image on Twitter, like just now, before I went live. Actually, let me show you guys. I'm kind of proud of it. Where is it? Where is it? There it is. Open in a new document. So I painted this in Photoshop. I think it's pretty good. Yeah, I don't usually paint this kind of style, but I think it's pretty good. Did I just close something? I just closed something. Did I close the stream? No, I didn't close the stream. What did I close? Something just closed. Oh well, whatever. Close this thing? Right, there you go. Sometimes I do not know how to computer, even though it was my job for a while to know how to computer. Hopefully nothing went wrong and you all, like, nothing is different. Because I saw something in I saw something kind of just close in the background and I was like, wait, what was that? Did I just close the stream? Okay, there we go. But it seems okay. Everything seems okay. Alright. Technical difficulties. Okay, a bit of the abs there, and I think that looks good. I'm wondering if I should make them all fused together. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. Not sure. I think making them all fused together might be a cheap way out of it, but it might be cool. Who knows? Okay, I think, yeah, I don't really know what this part I drew here is, which is the main issue when I'm drawing this sketchy. I think I'm just gonna make it a ribcage, why not? Yeah, just like something like that, just kind of going upwards. Kind of, yep, sure, something like that. It doesn't have to be obvious what it is. but I wanted to know what it was. I'm just not sure. Alright. Cool. Okay, maybe, yeah, make it more obvious that it's the armpit, even though it's still not obvious. Maybe put an abdomen there. Maybe put a hint of a face there. Maybe a neck. This is really chaotic. I like it though. Okay, I think it's cool. It's a cool idea of like this guy getting his face, like trying to get his face ripped off by this other hand. So I'm gonna put in the suggestion of a face so that I know what this is. Maybe put that there. Okay. Alright. Very cool. Okay, I think this looks fucking goofy at this point. So I might change this to just be a regular human face instead of a skull. Like that. Yeah. And what are those two dudes doing in the bottom right corner? I don't know. It's all flesh. It's fine. I don't know. Maybe I was thinking like maybe the breast could go over the face, but that will look even more suspicious. But I thought that would be a nicer composition, like something like this. It's fine, just don't worry about it. It's kind of chaotic. It's kind of chaotic. I don't even know where this hand is coming from. I need to figure that out. Something like that. After Pandemonium. Okay, I think we're good to go to the painting stage? Are we? I have no idea. Let me save this. Feels like I should work a bit more on it here, but more like to just erase all the hard lines, not to actually. Yeah, I'll just like do a little bit more. Why not? Let's do like the semblance of like some kind of something here. They're all having a good time. Yep, they're all having a good time. You can't say they're not. They're all having a. Did I just draw an orgy? Is that what I hope I didn't just draw an. Well, yeah, I'm gonna have this guy pulling this guy's jaw apart just to make it less of a good time. Because, you know, like, gotta do that, right? Just gotta get his jaw kind of. That's good. No, I like that. Yep, that's good. Yeah, I think we're ready. Well, keep saying we're ready, and then I keep saying we're not. I think we're now ready to go to the painting stage, so I'm just gonna export this. So I think that's a good kind of like start. I'm gonna export this as a PNG. There you go. Okay. Open up Photoshop. And then we're gonna paint this. I think we're gonna paint this with pretty good rendering. I'm gonna try that. But it's all gonna be red, white, black. That's it. I'll have to figure out where the color source is coming from. I mean, sorry, the light source is coming from, and what is going on in this image. But I kind of like it. I kind of like how abstract it is. It's pretty cool. I think. I think it's pretty cool. You can disagree if you want, but I think it looks good. I can't tell you what's going on, but I think it looks good. I'm gonna open up Photoshop. Photoshop, please open. Please don't crash on opening. You did it! Okay, hey look, that's my drawings. That's not my drawing, that's Dave Raposa's drawing. I downloaded it from his Patreon. Check out Dave Raposa's Patreon! Amazing art. Okay, let's see, where the hell is it? Here it is. Okay. Okay. Let's see. So I'm gonna just, first things first, I'm gonna select the outside, invert it, and then put it to full red, set this to multiply, and that's gonna be our base. And I'm just gonna do that, save this as a separate document, and okay, we're ready to go. So, let's see. What brush should I use for this? This one not gonna give me any issues. I think this one is fine, right? Like, this one has a bit of... Yeah, you know what, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna put these into a document, a folder. Select this, and then mask that out. There we go. Alright, so let me try to use my brush here. Alright, I've been trying out different brushes recently, and I kind of like this one a lot. This one is Stayaps brush. Stayaps, Stayaps. You can find their brush collection if you just search on Google. It's free. I like it quite a bit, and I want to use a bunch of the brushes here because I thought it's fun. I thought it's kind of fun. Some of them have some hue variation and stuff, and I'm gonna have to fix that up. But I kind of liked how painterly it is, so I just wanted to play around with the brushes today. That's the main reason why we're painting instead of inking. And I just wanted to spend a lot of time on each individual area and just, you know, just have fun time. Yeah, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm also gonna incorporate some white in there, in the highlight areas, you know, just kind of trying to push out some of the highlights there. And I'm still not sure where the light is coming from. I said from the top, but like, I don't know how angled it is or anything like that. Just gonna kind of try to wing it. I think something like that is good. Something like that is also good. And yeah, I'm gonna try to do it with white, red, and black first. And if that doesn't work, I'm gonna try to use mostly red and black, with a bit of white for highlights, but mostly red and black. Like this, like what I'm trying out right now. So the problem with this brush is that it has a bit of hue variation. So it's gonna go into the pinks sometimes, it's gonna go into like, you know, other areas sometimes, and I don't really want that, so I'm probably gonna adjust it all afterwards. But we're just gonna mess around with a bunch of brushes and see what happens. Let's see. The fly guy turned out great. When you said you were gonna finish it off stream, I didn't think you were gonna go in that direction. Looks fantastic, my man. Thank you! I really appreciate it. I was really inspired by Mike Francina's artwork recently. He's the guy doing the stuff for Trench Crusade, and I was like, you know what? I really wanna do something like that. And I did. I think. I hope. I think I kinda did it. Like, it's sort of. So that piece, I want to do more personal pieces like that. Like, I don't want to do it for commissions per se, but I want to do some personal pieces where I render the hell out of it, because I think it might be a good kind of like patience building exercise, and I'm all about like self-improvement on the art front, so yeah. Let's do that. You know what I might do? You know what I might do? I might like set this all to grayscale. Black and white. Yeah, it's kind of blaring my eyes out, to be honest with you. So I'm just gonna set it to grayscale. what I'm gonna do afterwards is I'm gonna set a hue and saturation thing, and I'm gonna just set it all to red. So I'm just gonna show you what it's gonna look like. Hue and saturation. I'm gonna colorize it, and then I'm gonna put it to red, and I'm gonna pump the saturation up, and then I'm gonna like down the lightness a little bit or something. I don't know, like that. And this is what it's gonna look like. But I'm not gonna spend my entire session looking at this pure red thing because my eyes are gonna bleed. Mike is just insane. Technique aside, his silhouettes and shapes are top notch. Yeah. The problem with my my drawing was I feel like I started from a it's an okay base, but like wasn't like super good or anything. So it turned out a little bit flat, but I was mostly using it as a rendering exercise, so that's fine. I wasn't trying to make like a proper illustration or anything. I was trying to like learn how to render, you know? So I think that's fine that it turned out that way, but I want to in the future make my own kind of neat little worlds using that kind of style, because I think it might be cool. I think it might be neat to try out. Okay. Okay, there you go. I'm gonna put a bit of a knuckle there. Why not? But Mike's work is incredible. I was also very happy to see that Thomas Pernin, the mind behind Mordheim and Trench Crusade, liked my art. That was really encouraging to see. I thought I was pretty happy. I don't think he's seen the rendered version yet, so I'm curious what he will think about that. We'll see. Let me switch up the brush real quick because I want to take this opportunity to kind of like mess around with different brushes anyway, so see what kind of sticks, what doesn't. This one is pretty controllable. I kind of like it. I'm thinking like for the vast majority of this, I might actually go over the top of it with some textured brushes and try to amalgamate it. Like how I normally would a painting, but not an ink drawing. I kind of want to try different techniques that I'll normally use on paintings for ink stuff, and vice versa. Just trying to experiment, you know? Let's see here. Yeah, this is actually looking pretty good, I think. Do a bit of highlights there. That's a bit too much, but something like that. Get some of that white in there for the nose. This is going real quick. I think having a bulbous kind of nose is kind of cool for that. I kind of want to make sure that this guy is the center of attention here. So yeah, a lot of the cards are gonna be done using analog mediums. This one is not, obviously. I'm using a computer. But a lot of them will have original pieces. So I've never really sold off an original piece, but we'll probably have something for that during the Kickstarter. Not Kickstarter, sorry. During the crowdfunding thing itself. I'll probably have something for it. We'll see. But there'll be probably an option to get an original Chao piece. That's so weird to say, but you know what I mean. Okay, let's see. Let's try another. God, that sounded like such a dick thing to say. Like an original Chao piece. Like fuck off. Oh, this is the one without the color variation. There you go. Okay, I think this one is actually really nice. I actually really like this one. Oh, that's cool. I really like the range that this gives me and how sculptorally it feels. Yeah, that's neat. I like that. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I'll take some of that. That looks good. I like it. I'm gonna make this part a bit darker. But yeah, in general, recently I've I've been doing a lot of, you know, been doing a lot of ink work. I kind of wanted to get back to painting a little bit. Just so that I can, not just for the hell of it, like I do want to also increase my inking skills, and I feel like the best way to improve my inking skills is to learn another medium, because that's what seems to work for me. Like, when I get stuck on a medium, I just switch to something else and I learn that, and I come back to the previous medium that I had and I learn new lessons. Like my digital painting stuff helps my traditional inking stuff, and my sculpting helps my photo manipulation, and it's all connected. I really rarely do physical art, but I had some for the Forkborg Kickstarter. It feels good when people get your physical stuff. Yeah, like actually I'm surprised by that. I thought you do a lot of physical art, Caustic. I was not aware that you did not do a lot of physical artwork. I thought you did more physical artwork than me. I guess because your art, even the stuff that's done in Photoshop, looks so traditional. It looks like ink work, even though it's like, I know you just use like a hard round brush, and it's amazing. Your like technique is incredible. I really revere it. I think it's super cool. Let's see here. Okay, I think I'm gonna just highlight this section here and this section here. I'm gonna try to just do this, alright? And then I'm gonna try a different technique here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring out a mixer brush, right? I'm just gonna push upwards like that. So this is just a hairy mixer brush, smudging it out, you know, like that, and like that. Very nice. And then I'm just gonna paint over top of it. Go. Okay. See how that looks? That looks pretty fine. That looks okay. That looks fine. We'll need to make it look better, but I think the base work is already there, which is good. We just need to render this out a bit more. Okay. Let's see how it looks with the red. Why not? Oh my god, that looks pretty good. I will probably also add the levels to it. On top of the red, I guess. Like that. I'd probably like do this, right? Like that. Yeah, I'll probably like do this. Maybe not. Actually, like that. Like that. That's probably what it's gonna look like. Actually, maybe that's too much. I'm trying to figure out, like, I want the white in there somewhere, but I don't want too much of it. Maybe just a hint of it. Seems a bit hard to. Oh, there you go. Like this. This is perfect, I think. So, folder, and there you go. Yo, hello, Brent. Welcome to the stream. Doing some art, as usual. I was just, we were just talking about, like, you know, some pieces that we've been doing recently, and I was talking about the, where was it again? I'll bring it in again. But I'm pretty proud of it. I'm pretty proud of it. I did this piece yesterday after we finished off the stream. I elaborated on the watercolor sketch, and then I made that. I'm pretty happy with how that turned out. I haven't really done anything rendered like that in years, so I don't know, I like it. I think it's good. Kinda wanna do more of it, so hoping that I can have the patience to maybe do it for a personal project or something. You know, you guys remember the Iron Rod? It's quite some time ago, but I was like making some Troika. I was making some Troika like classes and stuff. and I was doing illustrations for all of them, and I was thinking like, that'll be so cool in that style, I feel like, you know? That'll be so cool. Like that gross, disgusting kind of style, like, oh, that'll be so good. So, yeah, I might do that. We'll see. Do you finish it off in Photoshop? Yeah, like, usually nowadays for my inking and stuff, I use Krita. But, for painting and all that, I'm still more used to Photoshop. I'm hoping that will change over time, right? I'm hoping, like, in the future, I'll know how to use Krita well enough that I can just ditch Photoshop entirely. But I don't think that'll be the case for at least, I don't know, maybe like a year or so. Like, quite a while. I'm still like, I've used Photoshop for like so many years, it's hard to switch up. Because I'm dependent on it, which is bad. So that's why I'm kind of like trying to switch to various programs, trying out different workflows. Sometimes I do pencil and paper. But yeah, I did finish it up in Photoshop. Yeah, I think like this one here can kind of come down like that. Save that. That's good. Some good brush sets in Krita now? Yeah! I am super stoked. I think Krita is currently... It has fixed a bunch of problems that I had with it for decades, one decade, in the past few months. For example, now they have it so that the eraser can be a separate tool from the brush. That's a huge one. That's my main concern with it, and they fixed it like 3 months ago. They also are, in the next version, they're gonna add in paint bucketing with gap filling, which is a feature that, as far as I know, only Clip Studio Paint has it. So lots of good stuff coming to Krita, and it's all free, so I just want to switch over to it so bad. But for some stuff, like for certain kind of painting things, I'm still gonna use Photoshop for at least for the time being. But Krita has made incredible leaps and strides, and it's better than it's ever been. And I am looking forward to using it for most of my pieces going forwards. It also has my like probably favorite brush in any program now, which is the Chrome Thin brush, which I used a bunch in this illustration. It's just good. Just good. I'm kind of liking how fast this is coming together as well. Like, this coming together pretty fast. What the hell is going on over here? Oh yeah, his face is being covered up. Yeah. Forgot about that. So, I don't know why I didn't color this section up, but... Okay. This one is gonna be a bit tough to do, to be honest with you. I think like maybe... maybe I could... How am I supposed to do this one? That's the chin right there, so I'm gonna do that. Put it up in there, this is the cheekbone here. I don't know how I'm gonna make this look like a face, but also maybe I don't need to make it entirely look like a face. Like it can be kind of vague what it is. I'm tempted to use Krita too, mainly because I mainly do inks and lines. Yeah, the inking tools in Krita. If you are planning to do that, right? Message me. Remind me through like DM Caustic, because I have some incredible ink brushes that I think you will like for Krita. But yeah, hit me up for those. I will send them over to you. They were made by the official Krita team, but for some reason it's not in the build yet. I think it's gonna be in the next version, but right now it's not. And those ink brushes are amazing, so I wanted to share them with you. Okay, there we go. I swap over between Krita and Painstorm now. Ooh, Painstorm. Painstorm used to be one of my favorite programs, especially for iPad. It has one of the best brush engines that I knew about, but it kept on crashing. It kept crashing. That's my main concern with it. And the reason I stopped using it, it kept on crashing. I don't know if that's fixed now, but I need to check it out again if it's been updated. Because I used to use it years ago. I haven't actually heard of anybody mentioning it that much. It's kind of an obscure little program, but I used to use it a lot. It used to be my main art program for a while. Thinking of, yeah, Rebelle looks really good as well. I don't think I'm the target audience for Rebelle because, like, if I want to do analog art, I usually try to just do it analog. But I can see why people with less space or without the materials, or a lot of reasons, would prefer to do it in Rebelle. But for me at least, I think it's super cool. I really like it a lot. It's just not for me, I think. I have tried to use it, and I actually enjoyed my experience with it a lot. I think their charcoal brush is one of the best ones out there. But a lot of the features seem to be focused around like emulating traditional, the traditional look. Like, you know how like there's the stuff like, oh, you can tilt the canvas and stuff like that. And I think that's really cool. It's just, you know, I think like that focus on that stuff like makes the program a bit slower at points, probably, and I find it kind of like hard on my computer, so that's why I don't use it. But I do recommend it to people who want to have like that analog look to their art. I think it's awesome. Yeah, I kind of really like the direction this is going in. I might actually use some textures. Like, I don't know, maybe for this one I might actually use some textures here and there. I'm not sure yet. Okay, there we go. Just a little hint of a hand there. No updates for Painstorm, but I love the blending. Yeah, Painstorm was so good. I wish they kept updating it. It's such a joy to just use it, but like, god, it crashed so much. It crashed like every like... Well, I was using it on iPad as well, right? So it crashed all the freaking time for me on iPad. I believe the desktop version was a lot more stable because I got that as well. But when I was using it on iPad, which at the time I thought was the best painting program for iPad, better than Procreate. Now it isn't, but used to be. And I loved how the brushes worked and everything, and this is just a bummer that they don't update it. I like that hand. I like it. Okay, where was I? Okay, this part here. I like this brush a lot, actually. I'm gonna duplicate it so that I can... I'm gonna duplicate it. New brush preset? Yeah, I'm gonna drag it into my favorites section because I really like this brush a lot. So I'm gonna move it on over. There you go. I'm also gonna try another brush this time. Like I'm just gonna keep trying different things for this particular illustration. That one doesn't really work. Try this one, an oil pastel kind of brush. Apparently. Oh, it's kind of smooth. I like it. I use it on PC. Ah, I see. Yeah. Like on iPad, it was like, holy crap, that shit crashed like crazy. But yeah, I used it on PC for a while as well, and it's just good. Shame about the lack of updates, but that brush engine, one of the best ones I've seen. I don't really like this as much it looks kind of like, feels kind of like glazing brush, which is not what I'm trying to use it for. This one looks pretty good. What is, ooh, this is interesting. How does this work? Nice. Yeah, that's interesting, but not really easily controllable. Let me see if I can find, yeah, there you go. Let me try to like use this one. Okay. Ooh, I like this one. Yeah, today's just kind of like messing around with brushes, just trying out new things. This one is a little bit, I think this is good for like the initial sculpting period of it, but not so good at this. This is not a later stage, but like this is like the intermediate stage. I don't think this is as good for this kind of work that I'm trying to do, but I'll have to keep this brush in mind. What else is there? There's this. Very charcoaly. Okay, I like this one. This one might be good for rendering out the stuff I want to render out, because I want to give it a more of a distinct kind of painterly feel for this card. Impasto will look great in negative spaces. Yeah, like I'm going to, after all this is done, I'm going to actually, let me actually show you. I'm gonna do this over it so that it can be for the card art, but I'm gonna edit it on top of that, so I might do some impasto techniques on top of that afterwards. Wait, I just had an idea. What if we did this, but we only did it for the skull in the center? Let me try that. It could look cool. That. Oh, I like that. I like that. That works really well. That, holy shit, that works well. Oh my god. Well, that, I guess, is where we're going with this. That looks good. I like it. I think, yeah, I really like that. Today I'm not sure whether it'll be a long stream or not. How long have I been going for? I've been live for an hour, almost exactly. We'll probably go for maybe half an hour more, or like 1 more hour, and then we'll call it. I was gonna do 2 pieces on stream today, like I said previously, but I did say like if I'm doing this piece, it'll probably be so complicated I can only do 1. So yeah, I think we're only doing one part on stream today, unless I find the energy to do other ones. I should take a break, like a short break, and drink some water. So I'm gonna do that right after I detail out this chest here. There you go. Okay, coconut water, good for me. Alright, getting back into it. I'm gonna try a different brush again. I'm gonna use, yeah, let's use this one. Ooh, I like that. That might be a bit too rough for what I want, but like I have to remember that one. That's good. Oh, this is good too. What the fuck? Oh, I really like this one. This looks like skin almost. Like there's this strange texture to it. Oh, I really like this one. What the fuck? Wait, I need to save this one out. New brush preset. I need to put this in my favorites. I really dig this one. I'm gonna try to like render the rest of the illustration in this brush because this looks cool. It's like, this one has a, like what he said, like it has an impasto effect. This one does have like that kind of thick paint effect. And I think it looks real good. So I'm gonna keep using it for, I think, the rest of the entire painting. What brush set is this? This is the StyUp's brush pack. Actually, I'll link you to it because I have the link to it. So I'm just gonna link you to it right now. I'll paste this into the chat. Can you see that? Is I think it's a Chinese artist, StyUps. Like he or she or they put up their brush pack online, and yep, it's real good. It's actually got some really good brushes other than the basic ones as well. Like I want to show it off. I'm trying to figure out like a situation in here where I can show off some of the atmospheric brushes. I think here will be a good place to show it off. Let me show you something. So I'm gonna switch it over to their texture brushes, not texture brushes. Their atmosphere brushes, I think they call it. Yeah, like this one. Okay. So this is this one. Let me see. Yeah, like this. So check this out. Look at that. Isn't that cool? They have a lot of like these kind of like brushes that can like, once you got the basic, once you have the basic framework down, you can use them to add a lot more texture and a lot more interest to your composition and stuff. And I've been using these for a while, and I really like how they look. So I'm probably gonna do that on here, just like layer it on, take some of that, layer that on, and then I'm probably just gonna use a mixer brush to amalgamate all that. Why not? Why not? That looks good. Yeah, like, yeah. Pretty therapeutic to use these brushes. It feels like I'm just playing around, which I guess I am. Some of these are like really strange. This one has like a nice oil painty kind of canvas texture to it. I like using a variety of different brushes in each painting that I do, and I enjoy kind of like when I'm doing that, right, and it's a specialized kind of brush like what I just used there, I will apply it to different parts of the painting so it doesn't look like I just switched to one brush for that part. That makes sense. I didn't just use it on that section and that's it. I try to use it on multiple different sections around the painting. And I try to give myself a mental reminder that, oh, that brush does that. So that next time if I need something like that, I know where to find it. Okay, there you go. That looks pretty good. Let's actually, you know what? Let's put this entire thing in shadow. Why not? Let's do a bit of a mixer brush stuff there. Yeah. Something like this might be cool. I think like I'm gonna go back to the basics brush that I was using. Yeah, this one. And also the one that I really like just now, I'll use it for the final pass of this painting. But we're getting close. The main thing is just this section here. This lady. Once we get this done, should kind of just fall into place for everything else. But I do have to like highlight certain areas, fix up certain parts here and there. Need to make sure that some of these places don't have really hard outlines, you know? like that. Just need to fix those parts. I've been cheating lately and photo bashing landscapes and adding heavy textures on top. I suck at doing environments at the moment. That's not cheating. As long as you have an intention with what you're using the photos for. Like you're not just literally, you know, just using one photo and then just modifying it from there. Even if you are actually, that's fine. As long as you have intention behind it, it's perfectly fine. Green will be good to complement reds. Yeah, it will be, but like unfortunately this is for the card pack, which there's a colored palette that we're using. So I agree. I think green will absolutely work. I cannot use it, unfortunately. But yeah, I wouldn't consider that cheating. Like just make sure like when you're using it, like for example for the painting that I just showed just now, right? Like the fly guy painting, this one. I did use some photo textures like rust in here and like here as well, but I did many passes over it and I did a lot of modification, and also all of them are, you know, free to use, public domain imagery, but I did use photos to like speed up some of the process, and Mike Franchina also uses like photos to speed up the process. So it's like, it's perfectly fine. As long as you have a coherent kind of vision for how you're doing it, perfectly fine. I think you can just keep doing it, and unless you feel like it's a crutch. If you feel like it's a crutch, then, you know, that's a different story. If it's a crutch, then you might want to not use it just so that you can improve. But yeah, it depends. Those is like 5 to 10 photos generally. Yeah, perfectly fine. Even if you use like 1 to 3, that's perfectly fine. Thumbnail it first and then add the photos. Yep. No, that's I do that too, right? Like if you're cheating, I'm cheating. So that's perfectly fine. I don't do it for some of my paintings, and definitely not for my inks for obvious reasons. I can't do it for my inks. But like for my paintings, 100% I use it all the time. Not all the time. I guess like, it depends on what a piece is, but you know. If you think it's a crutch, then yeah, you might want to change it. But otherwise, like, I don't see any problem with it. Let's see. That you can't really tell what this thing is, which is fine. It was supposed to be a hit, but should I make it more like a hit? I kind of like how weird it looks. I'm not sure if I should make it more obvious that's a hit. Well, I already did. I just made it more obvious that it's a hit. So I guess that's done. Let me just maybe add more flesh there. There you go. I use them sometimes. I combine them and bash and mash and liquefy until I'm satisfied, and then I sketch over and I work over my sketch, but more often than not, it's much easier and faster to work without. Correct. I think that it's good for the rendering stage. I don't think it's particularly good if you don't have a sketch in mind. You know what I mean? Like, if you're using it to get ideas, that's fine. Actually, it's all fine, but like my personal preference is to use it after you get an idea of what you want to do. Like, if you're using it to get ideas, I think that's an interesting workflow actually, now that I think about it. But you can fall into a trap where like it can look like beginner artwork if you're not doing it correct, like you're not doing it well enough. It can look even worse than if you just did a sketch, you know? Like, I remember my early like stuff using photos looked like shit because I didn't know how to use them well. Because you learn away and you'll thank yourself later. Yeah, like that's why like I stopped using photos for a long time until I basically could draw without them. But I don't think that it's bad to use them. It's just like how I was thinking about it. Like I said earlier, if you think it's a crutch, like at that point in time I was like, I'm using it as a crutch. I can't do these paintings without the photos. then I stop using the paint. I stop using the photos. But if you don't think it's a crutch, like you're like, oh, this is kind of like an added on thing to my workflow, perfectly fine. And do you use photos for reference? Yeah, photos for reference, absolutely fine. In fact, you should be doing that. I think people just should be doing that more. I should be doing that more. You know? I think it's good to do that. I'm just too lazy sometimes. But I do use, I do have like Pinterest boards and stuff, and yeah, it's a very good practice to just have a photo reference library. Let's see. I just wanted to let you know that like you shouldn't feel like you are cheating, I guess. Like that's basically the long and short of it. Like you shouldn't feel like you are cheating, because you're not. Okay, there you go. I think that was good. Okay, I need to make this hand, not the hand looks fine. But I need to make the face a lot more obvious, I guess. Okay. It's kind of hard to do, huh? Maybe like that. Yeah, like that. It's good. Go to my Bridgman books for anatomy. Yeah, Bridgman. Hard as fuck to study from Bridgman, I think. I tip my hat off to you. I've tried many times. Hard as hell. Bridgman is hard as fuck to study. There is a... You should check out Marshall Vendroff's guide to Bridgman. It's on YouTube for free now, and I highly recommend it. I was going through it for a while, and then I didn't have enough time, and then I stopped doing it. But it's an incredible guide to how to study from Bridgman. It's vital to do mind sketches and loose sketches before working, thumbnail and warming up, getting the early sketch right is the key. Yeah, I agree with that. But I also know some amazing artists who get inspiration from the photos themselves. Like they literally just use the photos to kind of like frame up how they want the sketch to be like. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think that's similar to like photo bashing. Not photo bashing, kid bashing for like models and stuff. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I don't know if you're limiting yourself by doing it. I guess there could be an argument for that. Like there might be an argument for that, but I don't think there's anything wrong with it. But in terms of like slowing your progress, yeah, maybe. I'm not sure. I haven't thought about that too much. That might be a thing that could happen. I know for me, I stopped doing it for like years because I was like, I want to be able to do it without the photo. I want to be able to like do all this shit without the photo for some reason. Like for me, I just wanted to. So for like years I didn't use photos in anything, like in any painting of mine. But yeah, I think that's changed along the way. And I have to emphasize that that's like how I did it. That's not necessarily how anyone else should do it. Like, just do what works for you, you know? I think this part here is not very well established. Like this part here. I don't think this is good. Can I maybe... Can I do this? Like, can I... Yeah, I think that... Yeah, that works for sure. Also, I think the next stream is gonna be a solo RPG stream. I hope. I can't be certain because I got a lot of cards to get through this week, and I want to... I do want to do some solo RPG stuff though, so I'm... Yeah, I shouldn't say that that's gonna be the next stream. It's just I hope that I'll be able to do some more solo RPG stuff. But given the amount of games I'm in and the amount of stuff I'm doing, it's hard. do a bunch of master studies as well. Yes, I would highly recommend doing master studies if you have the patience for it. Don't just... I will recommend not just doing the master study and just like copying the entire master study, unless you have the patience for it. Because I found that burnt me out really quickly. What I found that was better was I would have an illustration in mind, and then I will be like, I want to study this for the illustration, and then I will kind of study it that way. Like, I will study it alongside drawing for the illustration. Maybe that's how everybody does it. I don't know. Like, at first what I tried to do, which burned me out pretty quickly, was I just tried to copy the master paintings and stuff, and I was just bored to shit. I just did not like it at all, and I don't know, it didn't work for me. What worked for me was having a plan for what I wanted from an illustration, and then yeah, executing on that plan by studying the masters. That's probably how you're supposed to do it. I just didn't know at the time, so I was like, oh, master study, so I gotta... I should just, you know, like, I should just, you know, grab a Frazetta painting and try to emulate that. I don't know. I wasn't aware of what I was doing. And to an extent, I still don't really know what I'm doing. Like, I'm still... I wouldn't say that, like, I'm, like... I wouldn't say that I have like a clue of what I'm doing right now. Like I have my own workflow and I have stuff that works for me, but in terms of knowing what I'm doing, I don't think that's the case. So, you know. Just did Frazetta's Brent McMahon. Took me about 15 hours and fried my brain. Yeah, I find that for me, I tend to burn out easily. I'm like really envious of people who can do entire master studies just to improve their skill. I cannot. I have to have a purpose along with it. Otherwise I get bored. Which is a personal failing of mine. I'm trying to actually improve my patience by doing like longer renders and stuff. I'm trying to like improve myself in that way, you know? Trying to like just get better at art by... Yeah, I guess just trying to get better at art in general by improving my tolerance for how long I can work on a piece. Because I feel like that's important, right? Like, being able to kind of work on a piece for a long period of time, even if you think it's gonna suck, just kind of pushing through. That kind of patience is like very, very, very vital. But I don't really do like multiple day paintings, or even like I don't do paintings that last more than a few days, I guess. I definitely don't do paintings that last a few weeks. So I want to change that. I want to get better at that. And the way I'm doing that is I'm slowly, progressively, just one step at a time, I'm trying to make myself do larger pieces and spend more time on them, and you know, all that stuff. And yeah, people who can spend, I don't know, like weeks on a painting, sometimes months, I'm so envious. I'm so envious. Like, that's what I want to get to. Like, that's why I'm practicing the stuff I'm practicing nowadays, because I want to get my patience to that level. Like, I think I'm pretty fast at painting, but that doesn't matter as much to me right now. Right now, I don't care if I go slower. I just want to have the patience to sit through a longer art project, you know? I don't know if any of that made sense. Saw a video where artists recommended taking a work of art you like and painting a sphere inside it and that fits inside the color, brushwork, etc. Yep, I used to do that. It's a good exercise. I used to also use... I used to do a lot of those kind of exercises. Those are good, yeah. For like texture, especially for like fur and texture and for figuring out how someone painted a certain like surface, that's really good. I used to do that all the time. You can do that inside an hour and learn the same lessons. Yeah. Like, what I mean is more that, like, I'm trying to work on my patience just in general. Like, not so much... I'm more trying to just increase my patience, I guess. Not any particular art skill. Just my patience. That's the thing that I feel like I'm lacking. I tend to, like, rush a lot, and I tend to try to do things very quickly. And as a result, I can draw stuff very fast. And I can get results pretty quick. But I feel like I'm not reaching my full potential if I don't have the ability, at least, to say, okay, I'm gonna spend 3 weeks on doing this immense painting. And I just do it for 3 weeks. I need to be able to get to that point, I feel like. If I can get to that point, I feel like I'm gonna level up a lot. It's just maybe a weird feeling that I have. Maybe it's not true, but yeah. Let's see here. I like that. I think I need more, maybe I don't need the levels adjustment for this. Yeah, I think this could be good. Let me up the saturation. Yeah, that's good, Actually, I like that a lot. Like, we need to fill it out here, but I really like that. I write novels, good for testing patience. Yeah, I like, for some reason I could do like game development projects that like last like a year, right? And I can work, like, I can do that stuff. I can't do a painting that lasts more than like a day. And the reason for that, I think, is because while I was in university for like computer science and game design, I didn't have much time to paint. I only had maybe, I had maybe like a hour a day, sometimes less. And I wanted to do a full painting during that time, right? So I taught myself how to draw fast, but as a result, I never really reached my full potential, I feel like, in terms of like doing longer pieces. Yeah, like, I can do other things that take longer in other mediums, but for some reason, drawing, and it's digital drawing in particular, right? Like, analog drawing, I can sit there and I can work on it for days, no problem. I'm saying like digital drawings, I have a problem with that. I think it's just a force of habit. And I just gotta get used to spending longer and slowing down. I'm like reminding myself a lot nowadays, just slow down, you know, like, just don't try to go so fast. Slow down, enjoy the process. Think about a piece more thoroughly. You know, all that stuff. Also, I like how this turned out. I think it's pretty good. There's magic in all arts when working fast, I think, more instinctual and organic. Yeah, there is. I 100% agree. There's a video on this by Cynics called The Importance of Tempo in Art. However, when that's all you're doing, like, for me, that's all I'm doing, right? Going fast. I feel like I'm missing out on other parts of the tempo. So yeah, no, I agree. But it's just that personally, I feel like I'm kind of not... I'm kind of not experiencing the full extent of art that I could experience, I guess. I think this is almost done. I think just the scowl on this guy's face, like, could be a bit more pronounced. Like that. Yeah, I like that. What do you guys think about this piece so far? I think it's almost done. What do you guys think? I think this is really different from the other cards, actually. In a good way. I think this is like... I might actually... Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. Like, to make it fit with the other cards more, I might actually fuck it up, which is... I'm gonna try it and see whether it does anything. I'm gonna try to crush all the light parts and all the dark parts. I don't know, like that might be too much. Is that okay? I don't... Maybe just halfway? Like, maybe like... Yeah, like that, like that. I think this is better. Is it? I don't know. This is like Dante's Inferno. Oh yeah, kinda. I was thinking of Dante's Inferno when I was like making this, but I was thinking of like, specifically I was thinking of like Steven Zapata's depictions of Dante's Inferno. Like, obviously this is much worse. I'm just saying like, the level of complexity and amount of stuff in there, it feels like it, but just worse on every technical level, I guess. But that like by that feeling of like enormity, I think is there. So don't do too much contrast; you will kill off the texture you receive. 20% at max. Yeah, Let me try something here. I'm gonna not use that. I'm gonna try... Because I think brightness contrast is a little bit more... It's a little bit more subtle. I'm just gonna do that. Yeah, there you go. That's better. I made it too much. Let's try darker. No, I think lighter is where I want. Yeah. There you go. Yeah, okay. I think that's good. Feel like I could keep working on this more, but I might do that off stream. How long have we been going for? Let's see. 1.5 hours. I did say that like I'm stopping around the 1.5 hour mark, but I think we could go a bit more. Just fill out certain areas here and there. I think we're good to go for the most part. I can see some issues here and there, but like all of them can be fixed in post, you know, like this card has to be readable. Yeah, which is why I'm thinking maybe I'll print this out at card size and then see how, because I see what you're saying, which is why I'm like, I should make it a little bit more contrasty. But if I do too much, yeah, I'll have to play around with it. Yeah, it does like have a different feel when I do this, right? But I don't want to lose some of the contrast that I have there. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go with this. I'm gonna go with... This seems like a good kind of like middle point. Yeah, there you go. Okay, save as mob. I kind of love this. I really like this. Let me flip it. Yeah, I really like it. Okay, great. Okay, I think we're done for today. Thank you for coming by, Brent and Caustic. I think that's everybody who came by. Oh, and Nardkill as well, and Secondary Electron. I'm so sorry. I'm a bit zoinked. Apologies. But yeah, thank you everybody for coming by. Really appreciate it. I really appreciate the advice that you've given me. I'm thinking like nowadays, right? Like after I'm done with this today, like after I'm like finished working up this piece, I think I'm gonna start doing more personal project work that is more world building and more yeah, when I'm done with like my client work for the day, I think I'm gonna start having a focus on like trying to do more pieces for me and for my own self growth. And we'll see how that goes. It might turn out disastrous, which is fine. Let me save this as well. Give me a second, guys. I need to save this piece, and then I will end off the stream. Okay, yeah. Thank you all for coming by. I really appreciate it every single time. I think I'll try streaming more and more often. I say that every single time. I think this time I might actually stick to it because I'm planning to stream tomorrow as well. So we'll see. As long as I don't burn myself out, I think I'll be fine. Yeah, I'll see you guys around. Bye bye!